Hi, just catching up on the day's activities from yesterday. It was a great game drive. Absolutely great. We started out the morning at 7:30 and we actually drove upon a pride of 7 lions that had just made 2 buffalo kills. One was fairly fresh, and the other one looked like it might have been there for a day at least. Not very much more than that because the meat was still very very red. Um, 2 buffalo, as I said, and there was a lion guarding each one of the kills. And as the vultures would come in, they would chase the vultures away. They were not having any of that. They were going to share this kill. This kill would probably last them for quite some time, maybe a week, maybe even more, because they were huge buffaloes. So we watched them for quite some time, moving, getting up, eating, going back, going to sleep, even to eating some of the poisonous bushes around, because although they may be poisonous to others, they're not poisonous to the animals, but they do cause them to vomit when they eat too much food. So they really have it down pat. They know what they're doing. And so we were there for about an hour watching them until they all just decided kind of to go to sleep. And but they only slept with one eye open, because every time a vulture would fly in, they would open their eyes and there'd be one of those lions right there chasing them away. So that was a great, great sighting. Then we were headed down to the Mara River to see what we can see if there was any drama or any activity down there. And of course, as we are going through the plains, we sight many, many, many other things. Lots of plain game animals, antelope, impala, topi, hartebeest, eland, um, lots and lots of birds. I mean, it just goes on and on and on. It was a great morning. We then stopped at the airstrip so that we can purchase a couple of other things that we decided that we wanted from the same lady that we had purchased something on from the day that we arrived. So we went back there, and then we headed down to the Mara River, where it was just absolutely gorgeous. I mean, you can just sit by the river and just think about everything in life there is to think about. But at that moment, there really is nothing more satisfying, nothing more important, really, than sitting there and enjoying the peacefulness, the serenity that the setting provides. And there were hippo in the water, there were crocodiles in the water, there were water birds all around. It was just a phenomenal experience. We just sat there for a quiet moment each time we drove up on a scene and just watched and watched. And nothing particular was going on, but it was just a serene, serene moment. And I think it's something that everybody could enjoy. Um, just watching the animals, just being there, just the tranquility of it all. So we drove along the riverbanks for some time, and then we decided to stop and have lunch in the bush. So we stopped, and our driver guide, we call him Famous Amos, his name is Amos, set up our table for lunch, and it was beautiful lunch. It was some beef seasoned with onions, a salad, cucumber salad, a regular salad, couscous, um, and also we had everything that we wanted to drink. We had wine, we had soft drinks, we had water. It was a wonderful, wonderful morning. From there, we headed back along the river. By this time, it was late afternoon, and we needed to be back at camp by about 4 o'clock. But of course, timing in Africa is never on time, because you never know what you're going to see. And as we were driving, of course, we see a tawny eagle, we see elephants, just elephants galore, herds and herds of elephants, all babies, babies, babies. And we see lots of baby topis. Some of them couldn't have been more than a day old, couldn't even stand up. So we just really enjoyed the scenery on the way back as well. and stopped and took pictures. But of course, whenever we take pictures, it just spurs us to think, how did God create these different animals? Every animal is created with a purpose, whether it's their horns or their scent glands or their ability to track or to be instinctive. It's just an amazing cadre of scenarios that come together to make this a wonderful, wonderful experience. So we continue on, and before we go to camp, we actually drive by where we saw the lions that morning. And of course, they've moved by now because it's looking like it's going to rain. And so I'm sure they wanted to find some shelter somewhere. So that was the day yesterday. We came back to camp. We made use of our outdoor shower, had dinner, talked a little bit, and then off we went to bed. So that was a very, very productive day. Very, very productive. And tomorrow we're headed back to Nairobi. We're going to meet the other 2 guests that are coming in, and we'll go from there. So we'll catch up soon. Bye.